Welcome to Dance Mogul Magazine. We are live at Elements Dance Convention in North Carolina, and we are here with the legendary and great Draico.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you.
Now, thank you so much for coming out, and thank you for sharing your gifts with the young people today at Elements.
Thank you.
Now, I just want you to take us on a journey. What was your mindset when Chuck asked you to be a part of the convention?
Oh my God, I feel like when Chuck asked me to be a part of the convention, I was like, absolutely, no brainer, absolutely yes. It wasn't even a question in my mind because I know that when Chuck's doing something, he's doing it and it's going to be done well. It's going to be done the right way. I know that nothing's going to be taught to the kids that's not right. He's going to give them the proper way and the right way to make moves and to build their name up in this industry. I knew that, so I'm like, absolutely. And it's in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is my area.
Wow,
So
that's
here.
great. Thank you for that. Now, there's a lot of different things that's out here, right now for the young people, but what is it about you and some of the other choreographers in terms of your hands-on industry experience that you feel that you can really help the young people benefit and learn from?
I think that in this industry, you have to learn to be well-rounded. And you can take anybody's class. Anybody can go get a dance class and teach a class at your local gym or at a dance studio. But once you get to one class and you learn one style, you're chopping your career off already because you're learning that one style. And you can't go to everybody's class. You can't go to one class and go to everybody's audition. You have to go to a diverse class to go to a diverse auditions because that way when you go in you can book these jobs and you don't look like somebody else doing something different. So when you go like for example in Elements there's a variety of choreographers here that are working in this industry. So out of all of us you can go to anybody's audition because you can look at the groove, you can catch the style. The new generation just have to learn to make sure they're diverse enough to catch on to everybody's style. Don't go in there looking like somebody else and somebody else is teaching it.
Okay, thank you. Now, one of the things that I want to get out there in terms of the value of coming to Elements, you guys, as far as being industry choreographers, that gives you a specific role and position that you play, whereas you're capable of hiring individuals for different artists and performances and productions that you guys have done.
Yeah.
Like some of the roles that you played, you were able to hire some of the dancers. And I want to draw that distinction because I know that some people, that different individuals may not be in a position where they can hire. Some people can teach a workshop, but you actually hire some of the dancers that you teach.
Absolutely.
You're capable of hiring them.
Absolutely, but yes, I've made a career and built my own brand as a respectable choreographer. My resume itself allows me to do movies, I do tours, I do commercials, I do television shows, only because I built myself that way. And when I come out and teach on these conventions, I see all kind of creative talent. Their parents asking me ideas, I talk to them, and yeah, I personally hire people from these things to do jobs for me. But a lot of people that teach don't have that power because they've never booked a job before. Some of the people that teach have never booked the dance job. Now they really haven't booked the choreography job. They can teach you their styles, but they can't teach you how to go in there and book the job because they never booked it themselves.
Wow.
They wouldn't be able to do that.
Wow.
But their style may be amazing, and maybe one day they will be in a position to do it, just not during this period.
Wow.
This time on this earth. They haven't did it yet. But yes, I'm one of the choreographers that do teach and I do hire. I got a couple things that coming out. Like I was able to hire some of the choreographers here to work on a feature film with me. And our television shows, and the list goes on. I do hire from these.
Okay, thank you, because I just wanted to make that distinction so that way the audience members, the young people, can really understand what they were getting for their money, because I feel that they really got their money's worth by being able to take the different classes from you guys.
Yeah, especially here at Elements. Let me tell you, what Chuck has did here at Elements is brilliant. He created a buzz where his title has been 6 working choreographers. On this roster, there's Jamal Sims. Jamal Sims is the head of there wouldn't be a Step Up franchise without Jamal Sims. He's did iconic videos, he's did iconic tours, movies. He got like 40 or 50 movies up under his belt. He now is the director. There's Rhapsody on this. Rhapsody just got finished with a hit Billboard performance with Pitbull. She does a lot of work with Puff Daddy. She does a lot of movies. She works with a bunch of people. There's Chuck who does a galore of movies. He does just a I mean, the diverse group of people here. Who else? Then there's Jaquel. Jaquel just did the biggest, most iconic performance ever right now. The Beyonce performance at the Super Bowl. Jaquel was one of those choreographers, one of the head choreographers for that, for her, Beyonce, and her music videos, and he does a slew of other things. Me, I choreographed the new Ghostbusters with Twitch. Got that coming out. I'm working on the hit show American Crime Stories. I'm the choreographer for the American Crime Stories, O.J. Simpson television show. There's a new television show called Underground that I'm working. So this particular lineup, there's Dave Scott on this. Dave Scott, I mean, he's part of the most iconic boy groups ever. He was the creator of a whole bunch of like IMX, Immature, B2K movies. He's now a producer. So not only do you got choreographers on this lineup, you got choreographers, you got dancers, you got actors, you got producers, you got directors. I mean, why wouldn't you come to this particular one instead of going to someone who you're just going to get a style from, who can't teach you, who can't hire you for a year?
You know, I didn't really think about it in that sense, in terms of the body of work that everybody has done and how it has actually impacted the culture to inspire some of the newer people now that's trying to come into the industry. And it's the work that you guys have done over the, the past 15, 20, and some cases for some people maybe 30 years, that's inspiring the younger generation trying to come into the business.
And the really sad part about it, I feel like, is a glitch in the matrix with this generation, that some of these people, some of the new generation, don't really know of the body of work that these people that I just named, and the body of work goes everlasting. Like, I'm just naming a few of their credentials. Like, it goes probably beyond that. But the new generation is cheating themselves out of learning from these people who create these iconic things. And these people have learned from the other ones that came before them, the Jamie Kings, the freaking brilliant directors, and like, it's so many more people that these people have learned from, and it's so amazing how these people have even taught me. I learned so much. My whole career is basically started with Chuck. Jamal Sims then guided my whole career with him. I worked with Dave Scott. He hired me for a couple movies. Me and Rhapsody have worked together. All our interviews have overlapped. Like, they're pretty amazing. They don't get too much better than Jamal Sims, Dave Scott, and Chuck Maldonado.
Wow, that is so
don't get
great.
Too much better than that.
It's amazing how you could somehow just mention somebody's name and they could somehow walk in the room
the spirit
as though
moves.
they have heard you,
The spirit
and
moves.
you've been talking about these particular individuals for maybe like 5 minutes or so, and you didn't know where they were, or you didn't have an inkling about where they are, and somehow you're able to summons them.
It's the connection in the spirit.
So that's like a great thing. I have to find out how you're able to do that after this recording, because I need to be able to think about certain people, talk about them, and just have them enter into the space.
But you know what it is? It's sad because some of the new generation really don't know much about the things that came before what's now. So they're kind of cheating themselves. And these people actually still work, and they're hiring choreographers, they're producers and directors, and they have the insight on things that some of these teaching choreographers would never have.
And I want to go further into that. You just mentioned that you did a movie and you was the choreographer. How many dancers did you actually work with on the set for the movie?
50.
50 dancers that you were responsible for making sure that the steps and everything was.
And
tell me about that.
But you know, how I was trained from that to move 50 dancers around. It's so funny how the spirit moves, because then there's the Step Up franchise, and Dave Scott, Chuck Maldonado, and Jamal Sims, all three of them worked on that movie, and I actually paid attention to them. So on those movies, there are hundreds of dancers. So if I can move hundreds of dancers by paying attention to what they did, 50 dancers was easy for me.
Okay, and did you dance in that movie too?
Yes,
or you
of course I put myself in those positions. I ain't crazy.
Okay, now I want to just jump into the O.J. Simpson. Like, what was your role in that?
I played a reporter. I played a reporter that was fighting for skin tone, basically. So I had the honor of working on that show and choreographing that show, because a really good friend of mine, one of my best friends, was the director, producer for the show, and he kind of called me in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning, waking me up, like, get up. I'm like, what's going on? He was like, I need you. I was like, okay, cool. And when I have the luxury and I have the honor to have amazing friends. So I know that when they call me, I don't even second guess or even question what they need me for. I just get up and go. Because I know that those are my friends. I'm still going to be there regardless if it's a check or if it's not a check. I'm still going to be there. It just so happened to turn out that it was for something that turned out to be one of the biggest television shows that's airing right now.
Oh, wow. That's great. And congratulations on that. I know you have to go because we're busy And I just want to ask you, we talked a lot about the young people and them understanding some of the work that you and your colleagues have done, and it kind of sounds like you're suggesting that young people should research more, do more research about you and some of your dance colleagues in terms of the things that you have done, so that way they can actually understand clearer the path and the hard work that's involved
Right.
in doing some of the things that you guys are able to do today.
Yeah, I just think that the younger generation is, it's almost like you have to do the research, because when you don't do the research, you're cheating yourself and you're cutting yourself off. Because at the moment, it's like everything changes, generation changes. When you a singer, always have to sing, you always have to do research on vocals to get better. The same thing with dancing. You always have to know who came before you and what's happening now, and merge to make the next generation better. So what's happening is with this generation, they're just sticking to, oh, I call it the four square movement. I call it dancing like they're playing Tetris, and Tetris is not a dance, it's a game.
Okay.
So you got to move out of that box. So in order to do that, you have to find out what came before you, add that into it, and then move on.
Thank you for that. And
Yeah.
one final question: if you could work with 5 choreographers, your peers, on a big, massive project, who would those 5 people be?
It would be Jamal Sims, it would be Chuck Maldonado, it would be Rapsy James, it would be Dave Scott, and it would be Jaquel.
Okay.
And it would be styled by Octajam.
So it'll be everybody that's pretty much here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I just want to
Thank
let you
you.
know that I appreciate you taking the time as usual.
Thank you.